This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust on you.
This is the first woman of color to win the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. Some of her movies include Antoine Fisher, Far From Heaven. Let me see, The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. I mean, she's done so much amazing work.
Right.
But I sit and I obsess over this woman every single week as she plays Annalise, the most diabolical, if you will, defense attorney on TV. The one and only, the magnificent Viola Davis is here.
Royalty, baby.
Hey, how you doing, Viola?
I'm doing wonderful.
You look
And
awesome.
I love that intro.
Yeah, but I got
Do
more
it
for
again.
you. You want me to do it again? Well, I'm Sway. Pleasure to meet you officially.
Yes,
I've
nice
seen
meeting
you.
you.
I've seen you in the circles, but didn't have enough gall to even approach you.
Oh man.
You know.
I'm very approachable.
Yeah, well, I know that. You know, but I kind of some folks you see their work and you admire them so much. I almost don't want to meet them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know
me
some
too.
people look at me and think I look hostile. I'm not hostile. I'm
Not
really
hostile. I don't. No, and ever since you I can't remember what season it was, but when you sat down and had your hair braided on TV,
Yes.
yes, that's I said, oh, that's my kind of woman right there. You know, it's like we're family now. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much.
It's great to watch you every week. I watch How to Get Away with Murder every single week. I watch it because I feel like it's challenge. It's like playing chess for me.
It is. It's like playing chess for me too.
Really?
And I'm in it.
And you're in it.
So, I mean, I read every script and I'm thinking, okay, where is it going? So I know the audience is like, where is it going?
So you have no idea.
No, I don't.
You don't.
No, but now I do because we've shot all the episodes, so I know things that you will never know until you see it.
Okay.
You can't get it out of
I
me.
can't get it out of you? Okay.
Unless you give me one of those bottles of Moet.
One of them,
Hey!
girl. One of them is for you. We gonna get it popping for you,
Kick it off.
Viola
Okay.
Davis.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna get it popping for you. We're so excited
Yeah.
that you're here, and we had the opportunity too to talk to Alfred Enoch. He came by the show,
okay.
We love him.
and we
Yeah,
absolutely love
He's
him.
so cute.
And
I love the facial hair.
We called him a golden Twinkie with an afro.
Yeah.
Was that best described?
I told him be careful with Twinkie, Heather.
Well,
I'm sure he loved it.
oh, he loved it, and we actually talked to him about working with you, and here's some headphones so you can hear what he said. You can put them under your chin if you want to mess up your beautiful hair. All right, yeah, there you go. All right, and this is what he had to say about working with you.
But she sort of leads by example, and she gives you so much when you're playing with her because she brings so much to the scene. Do you know what I mean? And she does so much, and she's such a force that it gives you a lot to play with and play off. So doing scenes with her is always a real pleasure and a real experience. She makes you feel at ease, and that's part of sort of bringing the best out of the people you're working with.
Wow. That's kind of nice, right?
You know,
Yeah.
it's like you never know how your co-stars feel about you. You're like, what are you thinking? And it's always interesting too to hear his British accent.
Right.
It
Yeah.
shocks me. I'm like, who are you? And I'm like, who are you?
I was reading, I was curious because I read something you thought about a co-star, Jared Leto, who was going to be.
Oh
Man,
man,
it was-
Jared Leto. I mean, listen, I play a badass in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So when we were introduced to Jared Leto, we were introduced because we were in a green room, sitting down rehearsing, and Jared Leto was not there. And the man who played his henchman came into the green room with a dead pig and threw it on the table.
Oh, wow.
Wild.
Then he walked out. Then he came back in, and he tosses a box on the table. He opens it, and in the box are bullets, like about 6 bullets, with each of our names on it. That was
perfect timing.
That
What the
was
wild
perfect
hell?
timing.
So
That
on camera.
what that meant was, Viola, you're giving too much away.
The champagne bottle pops. Soon
Oh
as
my
he said
gosh.
bullet.
Look at me. There's still
All
something.
right, let's
Amazing
put
radio.
We'll come back with Viola Davis. You want to talk with her? 888-742-3333.
Viola came in with all of this.
Assistant.
I'll call you what you want when you stop rubbing up on the interns. Don't deny it. Just think with your big head instead of your little one from now on.
Wow. How to Get Away with Murder. Woo! Man,
Oh, well.
this is ever since Carrie and you hit prime time on ABC, I feel like that whole place has just had this newfound energy to it. And it's really great to watch. It's great because you guys are African American women actresses. But it's great because you're great actresses.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Thank you.
You guys are really bringing it. And recently, ABC got a new president, right? A programmer.
Yes. Paulie, I guess, departed. Now we have Channing Dungey.
Yes,
Yeah.
Channing Dungey, who is too an African American
Yes, I
woman.
know her. She's an
Beautiful.
awesome woman.
Awesome woman.
You know.
And did she help develop Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder?
Yeah. And I've been in the room with her, and she is absolutely capable of stepping into this job, and I'm very much looking forward to the changes that are going to be made. Even though I thought Paul Lee was awesome, to me he was an awesome boss. I mean, he put not only Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, but Fresh Off the Boat. I mean, Christella. So he really is an advocate for people of color. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to teach people how to see you.
Yeah.
Word.
What do you
You
mean
really
by that?
do.
What do you mean by that?
You have to teach people how to see you. I mean, we know as women of color that we come in all shapes and sizes. We do all kinds of things with our hair, and we're vast, we're complicated. And sometimes I don't see even a minuscule part of who we are on screen. Usually we're all, I played a lot of maids who are very nice and kind and likable, and put your baby on my hip, and I'll love your baby. You could treat me bad, I'm still going to be strong and powerful and all of that. But you know what? We're beautiful even in our mess. Black women. We're beautiful even when we're messy. We are complicated, and I think it's time for people to start writing for us.
Yeah.
Exactly who we are.
Yeah, because Annalise, she cheated on her husband and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but
it's complicated.
Yeah, look at me. I say she working it out.
She working it out. Viola Davis is with us.
Viola, let me tell you, I was reading something last week and my eyes freaking bugged the hell out. And it said, Viola Davis will not be doing any more sex scenes on How to Get Away with Murder because you blew your back out. And not in a good way, not in the way that makes me happy.
Girl, I blew my back out. That was in the Billy Brown scene. He threw me up against the wall.
Ow.
I mean, look, all I could say is I was totally committed to the scene. But no, I just told him to slow it down for a minute. I'm going to get back into it. I have to. It's Shondaland.
Yeah.
They're going to have me doing all kinds of stuff with all kinds of people. So I'm.
Yeah, Billy plays Nate, right?
Yeah, he plays Nate.
Yeah, that.
He's a very strong man.
Yeah.
What's so funny to me, Viola, you said teaching people how to see you. And Sway mentioned earlier, like, he's been afraid to come up and approach you. And I think because of the characters that you played, it's like this intimidation factor. But you were telling Sway and I, when the music was playing, you were on vacation. Like, what is Viola Davis like on vacation? You doing a Cupid shuffle? You tossing it up? Like, what you doing on vacation?
Shots.
You doing shots? What are you doing on vacation?
Yeah, shots.
Good shots. Yeah.
Tequila?
Yeah, I did. Tequila, I love tequila. Yeah. No, but I don't want people to think I'm an alcoholic.
No.
But, I totally relax. I had
Nice.
my scarf on my head. My husband says a rag, but I refuse to say it's a rag.
That's
it's a
true.
scarf.
It's a scarf.
And no makeup. I think in my life the biggest surprise people have with me is that I'm fun. I'm fun. You look at me, I'm where the fun is.
Right.
I'm very relaxed. I'm very low maintenance. And I know people say that all the time. Women say I'm low maintenance and they're not.
Yeah.
But I'm really low maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I eat a lot and drink a lot. That's why this dress is real tight right now.
But it's
and
popping. You got it going on.
It's popping all right.
Well, I, for one, can appreciate it, Viola Davis. I will no longer be scared to approach you. No disrespect to your husband, though.
That's right.
One of the things I like about you, too, is you're very unapologetic about who you are. And we've gotten an inside view of what it's like to work in Hollywood in the past year and a half. Monique came on our show, and she, that's our sister.
Yeah, she's my sister too.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, and she's been facing a lot of adversity in the business. You got on stage and said some really potent words about. opportunity for actors of color and what that means. If you could just get that opportunity, we basically can show you. What is your stance on the upcoming Oscars? Are you going to be a part of the boycott, or what do you think about that?
Well, I literally am going to be out of town. I know people say, "Oh, you're going to be out of town, really?" But yeah, I am going to be out of town. But listen, at the end of the day, it's not the Oscars. It's the Hollywood movie making system.
Okay.
You can have 3,000 Academy members who are black, but if you only have 2 films out that have people of color, what good is it? You need people who are in position of power to greenlight movies that have us in them, to rethink what they have out there in terms of the roles that they already have, maybe see someone of color in those roles, or to greenlight more projects that are spearheaded by African Americans. That's the only way things are going to change, to have more projects out there. I mean, listen, if you have 200 movies that are mainly Caucasian and 2 movies that are mainly, black, then we're still going to be in the same boat. You know, and listen, we have to step up to the plate too. We have to see movies like Selma. We have to see movies like Dope. We have to see movies like Beasts of No Nation. And we have a tendency to see just very specific movies. And we do the same thing in TV. We only watch very specific shows that we feel, you know, really show us as black people. No, we're really expansive. You got to support those different voices out there. Like the Ryan Cooglers, you know, like the Ava DuVernays, and anyone else who's still unknown, but has a vision, you know, because listen, Hollywood at the end of the day looks at the box office.
Right.
Yes.
And, you know, we're consumers.
Yeah.
So
number one.
Biggest consumer group in the country.
That's
Come on.
right.
I was watching BET last night because I'm a supporter. And I was watching the ABFF Awards. Jeff Friday and his family put that together, and they were honoring actors of color. How important are these type of platforms and that they're supported too by the actors of color?
Well, you have to be acknowledged. I mean, what if you had talent and no one ever told you were any good? And that's the problem, you know. It's like with a lot of these mainstream award shows, if you're not recognized, then what do you have to do? You have to create something where you are recognized, where you are encouraged to keep creating. You know, it's hard. Listen, 95% of actors are unemployed at any given time. There's only less than 1% of actors out there make $50,000 a year or more.
Wow.
People really mistake
Wow.
acting. They feel like, you're an actor. Why don't you just get on a TV show? That's just not possible. And a lot of those actors who make $50,000 a year or more are stand-ins. I mean, I'm not saying anything against stand-ins, but when you're a stand-in, you're not really creating. So we have to be encouraged in some way. So if we're not being encouraged by a job or jobs, then we have to be encouraged by just acknowledgement of our work.
Viola Davis is on Sway in the Morning. This feels good.
Yeah, it does. Viola, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts because there are some African American women who have a major platform and who believe that a solution to curing the racial divide is by not calling ourselves African Americans, but just calling ourselves Americans. Straight up like that. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how I feel about that. Listen, I call myself African American black woman. I don't care. You know, I think the only label is a label you put inside yourself. That's just me. Whatever it is that you don't want to call yourself, you just have to know that you are a part of a group of people that are not represented. At the end of the day, you want to call it what it is. You want to give it whatever name it is. But what I see is Kerry Washington was the first black woman on a network show in a leading role since Diane Carroll, and that was in the 60s.
Sheesh.
You know, and so at some point you have got to acknowledge that there is a deficit. And someone's got to speak it. And it's not to, you know, indict anyone. It really isn't. It's just by acknowledging the deficit and understanding that you have to step into your power as a woman of color or African American or black or just an actor. You know, I see myself as just an actor. That's why I created the role of Annalise. You're not going to look at Annalise and just say, she's just a black woman. There's a lot of adjectives you can use for Annalise
Definitely.
in this body.
Yes. Before you leave, I was reading up about this initiative you're doing, an Ordinary Jar, Extraordinary Healing. And it's talking about you partnered up with Vaseline.
Vaseline Healing Project is partnering with Direct Relief, which is an international medical aid organization. And what they've done is they've contributed $500 million to put together medical supplies and kits and to train healthcare workers in disaster and crisis areas, Syrian refugee camps, Africa, places of crisis in the U.S.
Wow.
And their main mission is for healing. One of the things that a lot of healthcare workers say who are working in crisis, on the front line of crisis, the one complaint that they hear, 84%, is skin infections. Skin infections is what keeping people from going to work or going to school, keeping people from their lives. I mean, the sense of shame, psoriasis, eczema, just skin infections. And they said if they just had petroleum jelly, how that could just
Make that much of a difference.
Absolutely.
Wow.
See, we used to get teased for you putting Vaseline on our lips. Now you
Absolutely.
see why it works.
Right.
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, man.
But I just want to say you can go to Vaseline.us/The Healing Project to contribute to putting together a kit, putting money towards building a kit, or just educating yourself.
Totally.
Doing anything.
Viola Davis, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
thank you for blessing our
Thank you,
airwaves.
Viola.
Thank you for the
cheers
champagne.
to you.
Cheers,
Absolutely.
cheers.
Continued success.
Cheers.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shea 45.